In the small town of Brooksville, a newly appointed government official named Warren Simmons had taken the helm as the head of the local council. With an unassuming demeanor and a penchant for the traditional values of governance, Warren seemed the very picture of an ideal public servant. However, beneath his conservative facade lay ambitions that stretched far beyond the horizons of public duty. Known among his select circle as Robbery.gov, Warren's influence was likened to a malignant force, insidious and pervasive. Unbeknownst to the honest citizens he swore to serve, he orchestrated a covert scheme that siphoned public funds into ventures that bore his clandestine mark. To Warren, bureaucracy was but a labyrinth through which he maneuvered with cunning ease, plundering the coffers that were meant to serve the community. Warren's operation was intricate and dauntingly efficient. By leveraging every loophole in the legal and financial systems, and by expertly manipulating regulatory structures, he ensured that his activities remained undetected. Contracts were awarded to companies that seemed legitimate on paper, but they existed solely as facades for personal enrichment. Bit by bit, streets intended for repair and schools in need of renovation languished in disrepair, their funds swallowed by Warren's insatiable appetite. However, unnoticed by Warren, his activities had not escaped divine scrutiny. The townsfolk of Brooksville often spoke of an unseen, benevolent force, a watchful guide that they believed safeguarded the town's welfare from shadows. In the quiet Sundays spent at church, the community prayed for justice, and some even felt an uncanny assurance that their prayers were heard by a higher power. As Warren continued his schemes, a confluence of coincidences began to unravel the meticulously woven threads of his deceit. A clerical error exposed mismatched accounts which could not be easily ignored. Auditors, drawn by the discrepancies, were soon alerted, and with them came a more thorough investigation that peeled back the layers of Warren's operations like an onion, revealing the rot at the center. Just as Warren was planning to execute what he deemed his masterstroke, a project that promised to bring substantial federal funds into his grasp, his plans were disrupted. At a town council meeting, a group of concerned citizens, including a whistleblower from within the administration, presented incontrovertible evidence of his misdeeds. Cornered and powerless to refute the overwhelming evidence, Warren's demure mask finally slipped, exposing the face of desperation beneath. Amidst a flurry of gasps and shocked silence, the room seemed to echo with the realization of betrayal. Warren, stripped of his dignity, became the bane of a community he had pledged to uplift. His fall from grace was swift. Within days, headlines emblazoned with his name and crimes dominated the local news outlets. Stripped of his position and branded a thief, he was prosecuted and imprisoned, his ambitions thwarted by the very people he attempted to exploit.